Hello guys, today we'll be talking about stories. So let me read a verse in the Bible first and then we can discuss it later. Psalm 107 verse 1 to 3. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, his love endures forever. Let the redeemed of the Lord say this, those who redeemed from the hand of the foe, those he gathered from the lands, from east and west, from north and south. Well, today I'm gonna tell you guys my story because we all have stories to tell. We may not want to tell it, but it's good because there are so many things that when God do something for you, something good, and it's good to share it to other people. So let me tell you my story. So in January 2010, my life changed by an earthquake, which some of you may saying that, oh, that's crazy, how can your life change by an earthquake? But I'm saying that in a good way, that my life changed because I know so many people died from that earthquake. It's not good, but in some ways, it's not good, but it's but the way it happened to me, it was a sign from the Lord that he did have something for me. And well, in 2010, and when the earthquake happened in Haiti, so it was really hard and stuff. And during that time, it was a Tuesday evening. I was in a river taking some water to go take a bath. So while I was in the river, and then I felt something under my legs and like shaking. So I was like, oh, what is that? So then it kept shaking. So then I ran out, and then I was like running everywhere, and I was like, God, what's happening? And I was like crying and saying, God, when am I gonna sleep? Are we gonna die? What's happening? So then as I was running, and then there was like walls falling in front of me, and I didn't even pay attention of it. I was just kept running and running, and my dad was yelling at me, come back, and I didn't, like, that time I felt like I was going crazy, like my head wasn't in place, like I wasn't thinking right. I was just like yelling and like crying and saying, God, are we gonna sleep? What's happening? So then I came back, and then my dad took my two other sisters, and then we slept outside for a couple nights. And so, and there was like other people that came and joined us because that time it was really tough. So it was really scary because to have like the earth like shaking under you, you have no idea what's happening. And at that time I was like 15. I didn't really understand like really what's happening. Like, so as the earthquake kept going, but it's kind of like slow down, like the speed wasn't fast enough, wasn't the same speed as when it started. So long story short, so after a couple months, my mom started working at an orphanage, and so my dad will send us to see her every weekend, so to be with her and stuff. So while I was there with my sisters, and then some Americans from some American came, and they were like taking pictures and stuff, and then came back to the US, and then fast forward a couple months later, one thing I know, they wanted to adopt us, but so we were like okay with it because I didn't wanted to spend the rest of my life in Haiti. But it it was good, but then it was kind of hard because when it, like the orphanage, it was hard and I wanted to leave and stuff. But people talked to me and said, you know what, it's okay to just keep praying and stuff. So then we did stay, and then we prayed for God to open doors and stuff. But then fast forward a couple years later, and the process start working and going, but it was kind of slow, but it kept going. And so we were like ready to go to the US. And fast forward a couple years later again, the one thing I knew, I was here, and it was hard, but it was hard when we came because everything was different and everything changed, and it was not the same as it is in Haiti. And then we didn't like the food and everything. It was hard, but then we did get used to it. And school was hard too, and because of the language, because we had to learn English, which was really hard, but we did. And we had to make new friends, and especially we had to get used to the cold, which was really hard because we don't have cold in Haiti. It's not, we don't have snow or anything. It's like summer all along. But we get used to it, and we're really thankful that God did open doors for us. And so, well, if you have any questions and you want to know a little bit more about the process, so you can write me comments below, and I would love to respond back to you. And so, what's your story? We all have stories to tell, so maybe you can tell me your story. So, and thanks for listening, and enjoy your week, and I hope you all have a great week and great weekend.